Welcome to this week's Swarf and Chips. I am in my element. In fact, I think this is going to be the best show that we have ever done. And the reason being is this. And of course, Sebastian is here. We are at DPS Designs in the Forest of Dean. And quite honestly, you're like Willy Wonka here, Sebastian. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's something which has taken a long time to build up. We started off as chocolate makers, and then we just decided to go behind the scenes and make the moulds that make them happen, basically. And
we are going to see all of the machines that actually make the moulds that make all of this happen momentarily. But first of all, we've got to talk about all of this chocolate. What room are we in here?
So it's our chocolate kitchen, and this is where all the ideas happen. So we get our blue skies concept development with major retailers. They come in, they've got an idea in their head, they don't know how to necessarily make it into reality. So we work with them, we make it moldable, we come up with shape sizes, we do crazy things with different ingredients and stuff, and just to make something look amazing. But that's our passion is about taking something that's like from a boutique, but making it available to the masses. And that's what we do.
To actually, you know, I think a lot of the time when people see chocolate in a supermarket, in a store, it's just that expectation, but they don't see the journey of what actually goes into having to make these moulds and see how it all happens behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you haven't got a clue, have you? You see this sort of, lovely, fluffy bit of chocolate, but basically it's engineering,
yes.
You know, but it's got to be made, thousands, millions of units need to be made. Yeah. All looking exactly the same, all the same finish, and it's about designing the chocolate that's fit for that volume.
Yes.
That is the challenge.
And you've also got different chocolates that you're working with as well.
That's
so
right.
Here we've obviously got your milk chocolate. Is this dark in here?
Yeah, it's dark.
That's your dark, and
white.
There's your white chocolate area as well. Right, where do we go next then? What's the next stage then?
So we got an idea in our head. We need to turn it into a model, which can be machined. So that's the next step.
Okay, and up here, this is maybe just explain this machine over here, what this will do when you've got the mould.
So this is just, well, we made it ourselves. It's a little spinning machine. It's a replica of what you would see on a massive scale at a Thorntons or somebody like that. So that just turns on like that, rotates around, and when it's being spun, it'll probably be spun at about that speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's sort of rotational moulding, really, in the moulding industry. So. Yes. The way that that's moulded is very similar to the way you'd mould a canoe. It's no different, really.
Yeah,
it's just
it's chocolate.
It's chocolate. And you can't eat a canoe. So
I'm very happy today. I'm very, very happy. Right. Okay. Let's move on. I've just pressed that. Sorry. There we go. Right. Where are we going through to? You take the lead.
Okay. So next we're going to go through.
What fascinates me is the fact that just beneath us now, there's a machine shop full of Herco machines, and then upstairs you built all of this.
Yeah, I know. It's our sort of customer-facing area, I guess. But it's nice for people to be in an environment that's a bit more plush, I suppose. And so we've got quite a few things from the snowman there,
yes.
as you might recognise from your childhood days.
Yes.
Through to moulds, which is M&S's sort of latest sort of new and great thing, which has just been flying off the shelves, which is great. And, you know, we've got a bit of a story. This is sort of Harry Hopalot, which is one of Thorntons' sort of all-time sort of bestsellers, really, but it starts off from our point of view as a hand carving, actually, this particular one, and then we 3D scanned it, and then we modified it for moulding, because you could never mould that, and then it just goes on its journey to change its design to make it mouldable for the mass market. Really.
I'm absolutely blown away by these places, because there's so many brands here that I recognise, and it's the fact that this is where the heart of the design is.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I guess so. We don't blow our own trumpet very often, but yes, we do a lot of, well, not me personally, but the team do a lot of really great design. And
is this where are we going through to now?
So it's a design studio,
wow.
Which people have strangely deserted when their cameras coming around.
So what is it that happens in here then?
So this is our design studio. So this is where we go from sort of initial concept development right through to making samples that get made, sent to the retailers. They then actually sign those samples off.
Yes.
Then we get them ready for manufacture, and then they get sent downstairs to actually turn them into tools. Right.
Okay. So I know very well that there's different chocolates out there. What do you come up against then with different chocolates? You know, the consistencies. What are you after from making the perfect tool?
Well, I mean, surface finish is everything on a tool. So, you know, if you can imagine that chocolate is a liquid that picks up the finest hairline scratch.
Yes.
So if there's a scratch on the tool, that will be replicated on every mould, which will be replicated on hundreds of thousands of chocolates.
Yes.
So you've got to get that absolutely right.
Lots
and
of testing?
Some testing, some testing. We'll get you around for testing.
Yeah.
But mainly making sure that the model's right, making sure that the machining's been good and the benching's good, and then that'll lead to, you know, blemish-free chocolates, which will be beautiful.
Of course. Should we go and have a look at the facility?
let's do it.
Absolutely. This way?
Yep. Okay, so once it's been, the model has been designed, the next thing is to actually make a chocolate of it. Now, there's no point in going straight to cutting aluminium because it could be a design change or something like that, or the weight of the chocolate could be wrong, because getting the weight right is really, really important. So we normally machine in a model board, something like this, which then goes to the customer as a chocolate. So we'll mould it, pour chocolate in it, spin it upstairs like we showed you earlier.
Yes.
And then that goes to the customer for them to have final sign-off through their approval process, and then the design gets locked down.
Right, and then the next process, so how do you make these?
So this is done on our Hercos. This is actually machined in what we run wet and dry. So some machines are wet, only machine aluminium. Some machines are dry, they only machine model board. And that enables us to do things really simply. They get machined overnight, ready in the morning, moulded, sent to the customer.
Left, sorted.
Yeah.
So what's the machine over here then? Because I've never seen one of these before.
Yeah, so this is an open architecture machine behind lots of mess. So sorry, it's working. This is a work in progress area.
It's a busy company. We're very, very much here. As long as it's organised mess and chaos, shall we say.
So this is actually sort of an open architecture machine, which we use for doing our much larger tools. So this is one that needs 5 axes to be done on it. So that's why this has got a 5-axis head, comes around. It's actually being recalibrated at the moment. And so we use it to do our jigs and fixturing, checking fixtures, but also in our game on the other side of our business, which is automotive and aerospace, we use it to actually make components for the automotive industry as well.
Right, okay.
So they get put onto this. This is called a trim jig. Something that a bit of plastic gets put over here, and then a router comes and it cuts the shape out that you need. So yeah, a bit of a funny business because we do aerospace and automotive and chocolate at the same time.
I love the crossover. Of course, I'm very interested in aerospace when I want to go on holiday.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
it's all
it's all chocolate.
It's all chocolate.
And
So
you've chosen Hercos as your machines, and we're going to go see those in a moment.
Yep.
Why?
because for us, well, it's about the relationship. We've worked with them for a really long time. Herco are a company that always give us great customer service, and also the machines are really user-friendly. They're really easy to work with. They are, well, conversationally brilliant on the controls, so you can use them, and any engineer can jump between the machines, which works really well for us, and they're good value. So, you know, that's what we like.
And you haven't just gone, of course you mentioned aerospace, there's a really, really big Herco in the corner, and this is a fairly sizable machine as well.
Yeah, medium size, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. We've got, these are our 50s, they've got a decent bed size, they're about 1280 by 680, I think it is. But if we look at our 42s over here, so
I mean,
this is the type of
parts, they're massive.
This is the type of work that would come off one of the 42s. So these are what we call cores. So once it's that bit of model board that you saw earlier has been signed off,
yes,
we make loads of these to then be injection molded or vacuum formed, depending on the process. So this is being machined at the moment. This is a part of an injection mold tool, which we do for molding in-house. And what, you know, I can't emphasize enough is that making chocolate happen is a core engineering process.
yes.
So yes, it all looks nice. Yes, the chocolate looks lovely, and it's pretty, and all that lovely design work gets done. But the quality of the model, and the quality of the tooling data that gets created from that model, and then the quality of the machining and the finishing, is absolutely important.
Yeah.
And you know, that needs to create a mold. That mold may go to Germany, it may go to Belgium, it may go to wherever they're manufacturing the chocolate, or down the road, and it has to work first time. And that is proper engineering, and that is what we use these machines for.
Oh, I just love this story because so often we're in different machine shops seeing similar parts being made, but we've never really seen anything like this. So it's been an absolute privilege to be here at DPS, here in the Forest of Dean. I mean,
Yep.
You're quite far out, aren't you? You know, and you're making such beautiful pieces that you and I enjoy chocolate every single day for so many brands. You should be really proud of yourselves.
Thank you, we are.